Hi guys, for this PickACrystal, we're going to be discussing how we can use the cosmos to get to our north node this year. And I'm referring to the Taurus north node, the north node that we're currently transiting in. Okay, so we have 3 crystals here. So if you guys feel like this crystal resonates with you, you can fast forward because I'm going to talk a little more in depth about this reading. Feel free to click the link below. This is the second crystal. I chose all like earthly crystals, I felt like, because of Taurus. Okay. All right. So I talked a little bit about this in another video. So the Taurus placement being in North Node. So the quote for this would be, I own. And the South Node is in Scorpio placement, which means, the quote would be, I desire. So just to give you guys a better idea as to how this would be personally affecting you guys, this means you would need to find where in your natal chart your Taurus house placement is. So just because it's technically always the second house placement. I'm wording it wrong. I'm phrasing it wrong, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that that's where you're going to be affected. It means, let's say your third house is ruled by Taurus, then that's where you're going to be affected. So I would look up, North Node, Taurus transit, and see how you're going to be affected this year, pretty much. So basically how to get to your North Node in Taurus this year and to leave the Scorpio placement, because what the North Node is basically, destiny can be looked at as like many things. But it's pretty much looked at as like the dragon. The dragon's head is considered to be the North Node, and the tail of it is, the tail of the dragon itself is considered to be the South Node. This is the life energy that you've lived before. It's the energy that doesn't serve you anymore. It's the energy you're comfortable in. It's the energy that you already know. So it's almost like you need to kind of leave this overall energy and move into something new in order to achieve something better. And the reason people have difficulty with this is because, it requires change, and that's uncomfortable. So in order to get to the Taurus North Node, you would need to go about it in a holistic way, genuine. Also, in order to obtain material prosperity, because that's what the Taurus North Node is about, essentially. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, so this is anything Venus-like. So just because, I should rephrase that, just because it's a Taurus North Node, it doesn't necessarily mean that we as the collective are trying to obtain material prosperity this year, but we definitely feel on some type of level that we're trying to obtain something that's very Taurus-like, that's very Venus-like. So that could be changing things within the home, things aesthetically, our money situation. It can be within our career, because of achieving material prosperity. It really, again, depends personally on where Taurus is within your natal chart. And see, that's again coming back to how we're all one, because to me, I never really understood that phrase, oh, we're all one, we're all under one consciousness, we're all just at different levels of our evolution. And it's like, when you first hear this and you're still in your spiritual awakening, your journey, whatever you want to call it, you're still learning things, you're kind of just like, no, I don't think so. Like, I don't resonate with these people. I don't like these people, whatever it is. You're like, nah, we're not the same. But like, this is how we are the same. We're all trying to achieve the same thing, the Taurus North Node, but just in a different way. And I know these things come off as so straightforward. Like, of course, we all want a roof over our head. Of course, we all want to, you know, feel financially comfortable. But no, that's like not true. Depending on where Taurus is, you may want more. You may not be okay or satisfied with just being financially comfortable. This is what I mean. Like it plays out in different ways, but us as, you know, a whole are all looking for the same things, just in different ways. So really quick, I also noticed that for 2022, because I like numerology, and I don't know if this is something, actually, I don't even know if this would be considered numerology. These are just things I feel like I get intuitive hits about. So 22 is all about balance, and I definitely keep getting messages about like 222 or 22, and I'm like, what the hell? This number means absolutely nothing to me. So I know there's something up with that, and I forgot. I know I just did a video on it too. I think there's like a new solar eclipse happening April 22nd. Something's happening April 22nd. I'm almost positive, which means like releasing the old, letting go of things that no longer serve us in any type of capacity. So I feel like when you do things like that, it brings in balance because you're energetically letting things go so things can come in that actually serve a purpose and get you the things you actually want. So when you add up 222, because it's 2022 that we're in, right? This equals to 6, and I always think of 6 of Pentacles. So this is giving and receiving. This is balance. And then when you divide that by 2, right? Not to get religious or anything, because I'm going to take it away from that in a second, but I think of Trinity. I think of, you know, in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. So take out religion, right? Just think of believing in something bigger than you. Because I feel like what's going on this year in 2022 is having hope and faith in the universe, or just that something bigger than us exists. And I know that no matter what, it's like when something happens in our life that's out of our control, we kind of always go back to that, right? Faith or hope in something. But I feel like it's happening more so this year. And it probably has to do with the specific transits and the planets that are playing out. I really didn't look into it, if I'm being honest with you, but that's just the energy I'm picking up on. So I'm sure there's something to that. So how can we get to our North Node transit and leave our South Node transit? Because you cannot get to material prosperity in the 3D unless you can spiritually handle it. So again, I keep saying material prosperity. Kylo, I knew it. I knew you were chewing that. I'm sorry. Oh, no, you weren't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I keep saying material prosperity because that's just what the Taurus North Node represents in general. It's so you, again, just ignore this if that's not what you're going for. If you're going for just like, I don't know, like redoing your home, like revamping it aesthetically so it's like pleasing to the eye, which is, you know, Venus energy, you still need money at the end of the day to do that. You know what I mean? So just, again, apply common sense here when I keep saying that. Also, this could be relationships as well. If you're looking for a relationship, if you're looking to, what else? Yeah, no, it doesn't even matter. You guys can Google it, how it applies to you. Okay. So I channeled this for us first before I pull the cards. How can we get to our North Node transit and leave our South Node transit? Because there's this misconception about the South Node that you must leave all of it behind in order to get to your North Node because it does not serve a purpose. And it's like, well, no, it's just like every zodiac sign, right? Like I'm always making jokes, I'm always making digs, but it's like there's good and bad, just like anything in life. So there are good things to that sign that are specifically there to help you with the other sign. Okay, so I ended up channeling that as well so you guys can know, like, well, what about this can I keep, or that'll help me? Because again, we already have that part of us within us. Okay, so oh, I'm sorry, I looked into 222. This so 22 is about balance. 222 is about life choices. And when you look into North Node being in Taurus and South Node being in Scorpio, this is really about like balancing out your karma. This is basically trying to get out of karma and like trying to do right and then being rewarded by it. At least that's the way I look at it. Okay, so let me repeat the same question another 5 more times. So how can we get to our North Node transit and leave our South Node transit? Letting go of anything you know morally is corrupt. Anything you know you shouldn't be doing, such as stealing, gossiping, cheating, lying, stalking, intentionally trying to hurt others, mishandling money. This could be by overspending or underspending, being selfish. If you go cold turkey with this, you'll reap the benefits right away and you'll begin seeing it and feeling it right away. I guarantee you on anything, you will literally reap the rewards right away. But the thing is with Scorpio and South Node, that's very hard to do because of the things that lie deep within the Scorpio South Node. It's a water sign. It's a fixed sign, stubborn nonetheless, and it's the water, it's the abyss. It's so deep that like we ourselves are unaware as to what's going on. So the thing about what I'm saying is if you go cold turkey, you'll reap again, all this spirituality stuff is so straightforward. But that's why it's hard. What I'm saying, if you go cold turkey, it's like the chances of us going cold turkey are like, yeah, there are people out there who are strong-willed, who are able to control themselves. So if you're one of these people, then I would highly suggest doing it. You'll start seeing synchronicities. You'll start getting messages from the universe. Like you really will. I wouldn't even be surprised if you found money on the ground within the same week of hearing this message. Like no doubt. However, a majority of us have to let go of these things that don't serve us slowly. As long as you show the universe that you're working on it, and that you understand why these things aren't benefiting you. You understand why they're not serving you or others, or maybe how you're causing yourself pain or others pain, that you want to do better, you want to do good. It's kind of like repenting in a sense. Not like, I'm not trying to get religious. I'm just trying to say like, that really is what it is in general, like trying to give up the things that you do that aren't good. It's like if you're not, if these things were to come out, right? Because this is kind of like the disclaimer with this North Node and South Node transit is like, if you continue these things, I forgot the word they use, but basically they're saying you're gonna get called out. It's gonna come out. There's no way you can avoid it. So it's either you keep doing it and you also don't achieve your North Node, or you don't get to keep whatever it is you've earned in the North Node, because technically it was never yours because you didn't go about it in the right way, or you were still doing things that were sinful, so to speak. So there really is this like very heavy karmic thing playing out. And it's like, if you believe in karma, then I would really take a look into this, because this is worth looking into. So I feel like when it comes to whatever you believe in, source, God, universe, spirit guides, as long as they see that you believe in something higher than you and you have faith that things are working for you, not against you, and that they're trying to lead you to what it is you really do want, whether you realize it or not, then they honor that, because it's a sacrifice and it's hard. And that's really what this transit is all about, sacrifice. sacrificing the things that you're comfortable with, the things that you believe make you feel good, but yet when you kind of look at your life, you're like, it's kind of not doing anything for me, right? Like if you really like reflect and think about it, it wasn't serving a purpose. It's still not serving a purpose. And that's kind of why like your spirit guides are screaming at you guys and like, this needs to stop. If you don't stop, we're just going to call you the fuck out because this can't go on. And that's why the North Node is in Taurus, which is that earth sign. It's like they're trying to ground us. They're trying to keep us on our feet so we realize what we've been doing has never been working. And even in the times we felt it worked for us or helped us, it's like it really didn't. It was just our ego telling us that. So we have to be open and honest about, I'm sorry, wait, I didn't go into this. So then I asked, so what about the South Node do we keep, right? Because this is the stuff that they're saying, you have to stop this stuff. Like this needs to go. So again, if you guys cut this stuff out like 100%, which some people can right away, that's not many, you'll reap the rewards right away. For those of us who are putting in the work and trying to stop like these, these things, the universe sees that because that's an energetic thing, and the universe works off of energy at the end of the day. And you'll slowly start seeing better things unfolding for you. So then I asked, what are the things we can keep from the Scorpio South Node that will help us get to our North Node in Taurus? So the energy was being open and honest about our ideas, our thoughts, our beliefs, how we really feel, and that feelings are okay. So before I go on about this, because this was like, I felt a big message and I really didn't understand how or why like it matters in order to get to the North Node in Taurus, because again, this is like where material prosperity comes to. So it's like, what does communication, open communication have to do with this? So, and this isn't like a dig at Scorpios because I have a lot of Scorpio placements in my chart. So it's like, I feel like I do get this. With Scorpios, it's a fixed sign. So it's a stubborn sign. It's a water sign. So it's like very secretly emotional. Also not understanding where the emotions are coming from sometimes. Paranoia up the asshole. Not really trusting. So therefore, because it's like there's this paranoia and not trusting, you feel like you can't really be open and honest about, how you feel or your thoughts, all this stuff. And I know me as an example, I feel like I've always felt that type of energy on some type of level my whole life, and it would bother me. It made me feel, because I'm an Aries, Aries people, I mean, most people hate Aries, and I get it. I do get it. No offense to us, but I get it. It's like that type of energy makes us feel fake. Having that in our chart would make us feel fake. So it's like we have to fight that energy and speak our truth and speak it loud. And that kind of makes us unevolved in a sense, because it's like knowing when and where to speak it would make us balanced and evolved, more evolved, I should say. So the reason that this is an important message, I feel like, for South Node and Scorpios, like what do we keep from that is that there's kind of like inherently this energy of we can't be open and honest about I don't want to say who we really are, because it's not like, it's just like we feel like if we're open or too open, people will use that against us. People will judge us. People will use that against us. Did I say that already? Okay, so whatever. And that does something to us as a society. It makes us feel like it makes us feel bad about ourselves. It makes us feel like something's wrong with us because, you know, we feel X, Y, and Z. Meanwhile, it's like Joe next to you could be feeling the same way, but we're both feeling like we can't speak up because nobody else is speaking up, because we'll be judged. We'll look like we're playing the role of a victim. Meanwhile, it's like if we were to just as a society know that we're all feeling the same way, just that on a different level, more than likely, or like what's happening in our lives is happening in other people's lives, just playing out differently. It's like that's what keeps us connected. We shouldn't like separate ourselves. We shouldn't be judging others. And again, I do this too because we're human, but it's like as long as you catch that and like realize it, acknowledge it, and try to grow differently next time from it, like, you know, that's what's important here. So I think the message, and I'm going to talk about what I channeled in a second, I think the reason they were talking so much about being open and honest is because it'll take you away from this energy of being paranoid, this energy of you can't trust people. Because when you put that energy out there, then, you know, then that energy exists. And I'm not saying that there are people, that there aren't, I'm sorry, people out there you can't trust, because that's definitely true. But just, we shouldn't be going around thinking we can't trust most people, or most people don't care. Like, because that's not fucking true. Just because you see mostly negative things in the news, or, you know, people, you know, gossiping or talking shit or making fun, whatever it is, it's like, that does not represent a majority of the world. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. And because you would have that positive energy of being open and honest, or just communicating from the heart, it's like the universe is gonna reward you for that, because you're being genuine. Therefore, you can get material prosperity because you're spiritually aligned with who you really are, because you're being honest. So be open and honest about our ideas, our thoughts, our beliefs, how we really feel. Feelings are okay. People want to make you feel bad or make you seem crazy, or like something inherently is wrong with you for being vocal about your honesty. But that's the problem with society, and why people need to become more aware or self-aware. People think it's cool to not express how they really feel, or that something must be wrong with you for being so open. Yet being open just shows you trust in humanity. It shows humanity where we all blend. And if you guys don't think we do on some type of spectrum, then I would suggest to reflect and ask yourself, how do me and the collective mesh? How do me and the collective not mesh, and why? Think of someone you like and don't like, and think about how you are similar and not similar, and you'll find something. What else? Feeling like you can't speak up or share your thoughts, ideas, whatever it is, just being real, or that, oh wait, I'm sorry. Feeling like you can't speak up, share your thoughts, ideas, whatever it is, just being real. Why would this be? Is it because you're a private person? Is it because no one understands you? Will you be judged? Do you believe you can't trust others with your truth? It's important to honor your truth. You don't have to share your truth publicly, but you need to know your own truth and understand yourself and accept yourself. See, this is also a huge Scorpio problem, because this is Scorpio being in South Node, the things we need to leave behind, but the things that are okay to keep. Being afraid of rejection. And this is what needs to be left behind, because this is what keeps us not speaking up. We could have these brilliant ideas, these thoughts, or just, you know, wanting to speak about whatever it is you want to speak about. But it's like so many of us don't do that because, you know, what will they think? What will they think? Who the fuck cares what they think? Everybody's got an opinion, don't they? Everybody's gonna judge regardless. So you might as well just speak your truth. Let's see. Not speaking up speaks louder than words ever could, which is usually why the unknown or the silence haunts us. It's like the moon energy in tarot, because there's truth within that, but it requires us to go within ourselves, to figure out what our own truth really is. And to figure out what our own truth really is means to shine a light on something about ourselves we didn't realize. Okay, so how to get to the North Node. Oh, wait, this was one more thing about the South Node. I also saw Saturn within this, and this makes sense, right? Because this is the karma that we're bringing into this life. It's all connected, the energy. It speaks about the overall energy we've experienced in past lives after past lives after past lives. That's why our soul is like, nah, let's not do it again. And it's like, we as people, we don't realize this, but we're comfortable in that energy. And it's like, when I say comfortable, I mean like comfortable, because it's like a part of us yearns for something else, right? But then it's like, when it comes to doing it, something happens in return where we're like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about this, because it would require change. And that's why that South Node is supposed to help us get to the North Node. But there's karma that comes along with that South Node energy. It can't just be easy, right? Like I said, everything's straightforward. It can't just be handed to you. Well, you know, like I said with other videos, like there's certain things that I think certain people do get handed to them for sure. But it's like, if we could see their past lives on a projection screen, I'm sure we would be like, oh my God, you poor individual. Anyway, so I saw Saturn. We must have faith in ourselves and in the universe. Oh yeah, right. Because remember, with Scorpio energy, you can't help but be paranoid. You can't help but be skeptic. You can't help but be like, no, something else is going on. No, I'm telling you, and it's like, yeah, I'm not saying you guys aren't wrong. I think you guys are feeling and smelling something. I think you guys got the category right, but the subcategory, I think, could very much be wrong, especially during this transit. And it's almost like intentional. It's almost intentional, because it's like, this isn't serving us anymore. It's not serving us to overdo this energy, overdo this paranoia, overdo needing to know, because then that's trying to control, right? Technically, I never thought of this as being controlling, but needing to know. And it's like, how about no? How about no? So in order to get to the North Node, it's like, you must have faith in yourselves and in the universe. There must be some type of belief in something, and giving it to God or source or universe, spirit guide, whatever you guys believe in. You just have to believe. This is the lesson, is the energy I was picking up on. This will bring you to your North Node. So it's like, if you're one of those types of people, because I feel like this is Scorpio energy too, at least this is what I witnessed in my life. It's like, deep down, and I feel like this is kind of secret. This is kind of secretive, and I'm not speaking for all Scorpios. Just like, no matter what, like, yeah, I have this idea of all zodiac signs, but this is just like we all do, right? It's based off personal experience with these signs, but it really depends on the person's natal chart. I've literally met like 3 or 4 people born on my birthday. We were not alike at all. Not alike at all. Not at all. So I feel like overall energy with a Scorpio, the secret to this is that sometimes deep down they don't believe in themselves. There is this, and I'm not saying again that this isn't all Scorpios, right? It's just like Aries, like, we're known as being these confident leaders, right? But it takes a lot for us to get to that point. What did it take for Aries people to get to that? It's like my Aries people could tell you right away, oh yeah, no. We are like this because da 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 da. And it's like, yeah, it's true. We had to get there. It's just like Scorpios, I'm sure. But I feel like deep down there is like this inherent fear of rejection. It's like I feel like the universe is saying, and this isn't just for Scorpio, this is all of us as the collective. We're all going through this energy. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe that source, whatever you believe in, wants us to achieve. You have to energetically, you can't fake it. You cannot fake it because the universe works off of energy. Okay, so the North Node. What is the energy here? Like, what do you guys have to do in order to get here, right? So we just talked about the South Node. North Node, whatever it is you guys want to achieve this year, it must include passion, true passion. Okay, so when I used to hear this, I'd be like, true passion, okay. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, it's probably the Neptune energy. This is how I learn. I don't learn, oh, mother. Sorry. I just opened my mug and it just fucking exploded on me. Motherfucker. Sorry. So anyway, the North Node, passion. Okay, so Neptune energy. It doesn't even matter. So what is true passion? So when I think of this, I feel like, again, these things are straightforward. But what is real passion? You know, I think, okay, right away, love. Okay, but like, what is true love? Like, when I think throughout my whole life, every relationship I've ever been in, it's like, no, actually, none of that was true love. None of that was true passion. None of it. I mean, they were all they were all karmic relationships. Like, I've learned so much, and now I understand. Like, now I really understand what it is I want, what it is I need. Like, I get it now. So therefore, what the fuck is passion? Like, I thought all that stuff was passion, everything I was feeling. No. So when I think of like, okay, what gets my heart going, really? So I think of how excited I get when I'm about to have my first sip of espresso. I think of how excited I get when I have like you know, and these are keep in mind, these are material things, right? I'm about to say, but I'm going somewhere with this. When I get new crystals, when I have a new tarot deck, the smell of my hotel room when I'm traveling. That probably sounds gross, but I actually mean like when they're showing you your room for the first time and you're looking out like the what is it called, the screen, the sliding door, and you're looking at the palm trees and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna be here for, you know, whatever X amount of days, and you're just like, the possibilities, and it's just like exciting, like I don't know, all of that is true passion, like that feeling, okay? And then, like, you know, holistically speaking, I mean, honestly, all that is definitely true passion. Like my first sip of espresso, I love that shit. When I think of years ago when I would be hanging out with, you know, whoever I consider to be, you know, like the people who bring out my best qualities, like those people will forever have a place in my heart and soul. When I think of those people from years ago and I would turn around to them, we'd be hanging out, and I'd be like, do you want to go on a mission? And like, to me, a mission is like a walk late at night and, you know, not knowing where it's going to bring you. Something about that is just exciting. And I just love seeing the reaction. It's like, what? Where are we gonna go? And I'm like, I don't know, like, who knows? Like, and I don't know. Or like, if you are on a trip and then it's like, let's go for a walk, and it's like, what, where? And it's like, I don't know, but you never know what's gonna happen, because you never know who you're gonna meet along the way. You never know what's gonna happen. I have so many stories based off of shit like that, and that just gets my heart going. I'm like, I love stuff like this, because most people don't even get that. I don't know. I love that. That's true passion. So whatever it is you guys want to achieve this year within that Taurus type of energy, I'm not saying obviously it needs to be, you know, that obviously what I just did right there, that's my Aries energy. That's my childlike, you know, energy coming through. I want candy. You know, you need to find what gets your heart going, what really gets you guys going, and go for that. You guys cannot, and I've done this myself. I know a majority of people do this. You can't just be thinking dollar signs and just go for that. It'll burn. It will burn. It may not even like backfire in your face this year. It could be 5 years from now, and it's like, what do you do 5 years from now? And you may be thinking, I'll deal with it then, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. So we cannot forget to take care of ourselves this year. So in order to get to the North Node, remember, this is the reason I'm channeling this energy, is because you can't get what you want unless you're spiritually aligned, unless you're spiritually well enough to be able to get it. Because it's basically, think of it this way, it's like the universe is, I don't want to say judging you, right? Because they're never judging us. Fucking feels like it. But you know, they're not judging us. Wink wink. But they're just trying to make sure that we're ready. You know, it's kind of like those parents that, you know, we like. Anyway, so we have to nurture ourselves. You know, we have to treat ourselves. We have to love ourselves. I think the reason they were saying this is because we may get so caught up. We may see, the energy I was getting is that we may see achievement and get so caught up in like overdoing it, overworking, keeping up with the material status, and kind of forget about this reading. You know what I mean? And it's like, that would be an issue, is what I was picking up on. It would be, what is the word I'm looking for? It just would not be of service to us, to not work on ourselves, to burn ourselves out. You have to balance work and life, right? There's a reason those quotes exist, the quotes that I'm constantly botching up, that you guys low-key know what I'm trying to say. So run with that. There was also definitely another message: do not get greedy. So if you're looking towards, okay, if you're leaning towards material prosperity, like actual items, you know what I mean? Like you're looking for that financial success. And there's nothing, FYI, there's nothing wrong with this. Never allow anybody to make you feel bad, wrong for wanting money, for wanting more money. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is possibly how you go about it or what you're doing. If you're doing something that doesn't really excite you, or something you don't care about, but it's just for money because it's a good deal or whatever the thing is, it's not going to last. It's just not. And even if it does, you're not going to be happy, and you may get a power trip. Those are the consequences. Those are the karmic consequences. So even if you put in all the work, you get all the money, you get all the power, right? Because that's how it works. When you put in the work, you get the money. And then what comes along with that? When people see that you have power and money, ooh la la. It's like, okay, well, that's not going to attract genuine people. It's not going to attract the things that your heart longs for. And you're going to see that within time, if not right away. So greedy energy was coming in. Like, oh wait, I didn't finish that thought process. I'm sorry, I got distracted. The money. Never allow anybody to think anything's wrong with you for wanting more money. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do better for yourself, as long as your intentions are good. Well, why do you want more money? I would assume it means you don't have enough, right? I would assume it means you can't get the things you want. I would assume it means you don't have security. These are all normal things. Like, do not allow anybody to judge you, to, like, just remember that you guys know your own truth, okay? So, the greedy part was I was seeing like material things, but like overdoing it. And remember, I said before about the money part, that's like, make sure to not overspend or underspend. So it's like, don't be cheap. Like, with like, don't go, like, oh my God, I hate this just because I was a bartender and a server for many years. Don't try to like, I don't know, like, I could see it's just because this is definitely something I would do to like celebrate my accomplishments, is like going to a nice restaurant and treating my family. But like, if you're doing something like that, make sure to tip well. You know what I mean? Like, do not under tip. As you know, and this isn't like to diss anybody, because I feel like they should have taught this in school, along with many other things that are essential in life. You know, that practical things that like we actually didn't learn that we should have learned. But it's like, that would be wrong, right? It's like, that's kind of just bad intentions. You're just doing something to show off. It's like, are you even taking your family out to celebrate like how grateful you are to be in the position you're in? And it's like, they helped you in some way make you the person you are, whether it was through hard life lessons, and it's like somehow those hard life lessons molded you to be a better person, whatever it is. It's like, is the intention of that dinner, right? I'm not even saying this is what you guys would do. I'm just using me as an example. It's like, is that dinner out of gratitude or to show off? That's number one. Number two, are you being cheap when it comes to the tip? And then overspending, are you, I could see myself literally just from past repetitive cycles where my money went to shit was, oh my God, I deserve this. I deserve this Louis bag. Oh my God, I know I just bought one. I deserve another. I just worked so many hours. And it's like, that doesn't mean shit. It doesn't matter that you worked 50, 60 hours. I mean, yes and no. It's all about balance. You should treat yourself. There's something important to that, but don't overdo it. You don't get to buy a purse each week. That's not how it works. And you guys may be judging me or laughing at me, whatever, or thinking that's, of course, that's not how, but yet you guys may be doing this yourself in another way. Just really think about that, because it was a message. Yeah, definitely a message about being holistic about the things you guys achieved this year, not being show offy. It needs to be holistic. So also, I feel like there's this misconception about the two, about being holistic and not being genuine. So I don't think things should be kept hidden that you've achieved. So it's like, let's say you buy a home. Can you take a picture of it and upload it on social media? Like, does that mean you're showing? No, it doesn't mean you're showing off. It means you're fucking proud. You should be able to list your achievements or talk about your achievements because you're proud. But again, look at your intent when you're doing it. When you're uploading that picture on Insta, are you doing it because you're proud, or are you doing it to show up? Because there's a lot of people, a majority of people out there, that think people are doing things to just show off. They have this mentality of, well, if it's that you're just so proud of yourself, why do you feel like you have to share it with others? Well, I would say it goes back to the person's natal chart, that some people feel the need to be more social. They feel the need to share these things. They feel the need to be part of a community. I mean, the list goes on. Everything is just not so black and white. The secret to life is it's more gray. So I don't want anybody misunderstanding, that if you guys accomplish these things, to keep it hidden, stay grounded. It's like, yeah, definitely. But, take pride in this stuff too, but make sure your intentions are pure. And if you're unsure how to go about that, look into it. YouTube it, or, Google it. I mean, these things seem straightforward, but yet I think a majority of us have been I don't want to say brainwashed, but it's like ingrained in us to be this way, to be show-offy, to, I don't know. Anyway, so definitely there was a message about overworking to balance this energy out. Otherwise, you're going to become imbalanced. And I know personally, me as well, I do have a tendency to overwork and just be like, work, 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 work. And it's like, you got to take yourself out of this. You have to create days off for yourself. You just do. You can't just keep it going. Let's see. Don't buy things you shouldn't be buying. So this is the problem with Venus energy, overindulging. Again, you guys may be telling yourself that you deserve it. You worked X amount of hours. I achieved this thing that I always wanted. I said I wanted. So it's like when you're feeling that, there's like endorphins going on in your body. So it's like this beautiful feeling. It's like, how can you not just want to do the things you want to do, right? I'm telling you guys, in order to keep this, try your hardest to ground yourself and not spend things that you don't need to. Okay. What else? It's important to trust what our intuition is telling us. So again, this is that quiet voice. It's not the loud one. So the loud one is the one that feels real. The loud one is the one that you're gonna physically feel. That's basically saying, fucking tell them, you know, or when I say that, I mean like tell them off, or fucking go for it, you know, just go buy it. You know, it's kind of like that angel devil energy, an angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other. And your higher self, your intuition really is the angel talking to you. And usually we don't listen to that voice. But you really do have to pick and choose your battles. And this is very important, getting into that North Node. If you guys want to achieve something, I'm telling you, listen to the quiet voice, especially if you're feeling it physically. And the voice that you're feeling physically is like, when you feel like you got shit to say, don't do it. Just don't. Listen to the quiet one. It's important to remain grounded with this. To trust in something bigger than us is working for us. Yeah, that was like a big repetitive message. Purity in the home was another message. Okay, so with that being said, is there anything else? So how, healing. Okay, so in order to get to your North Node, you have to be spiritually well enough, right? So to me, I interpret this as healing. You need to heal things that are not healed. Healing brings you spiritual alignment with being okay with yourself as a person, as a soul, to who you really are, whoever that is. This means you'll be truly confident, not fake confident, well balanced, therefore making you ready for material prosperity. You can then truly manifest from your heart. What I mean by that is doing things with good, pure intentions. You're not doing anything just to say you did it. You're not doing anything from ego. You're not doing anything because you feel like you should. Like, you're doing it because you actually want to. So I'm going to include links below to help you guys a little further with how you can get to your North Node and kind of like leave the South Node energy and just take the parts of your South Node that will help you get to your North Node. There's a lot of karma within Scorpio energy, and I feel like it's important for you guys to understand esoterically how you can work with that and change your karma. Because here's the thing about karma. technically speaking, you can't run away from your karma. Like it just doesn't work that way. It's kind of like energy itself. It's, you know, when we die, we believe, or phrase it however you want, but that our soul goes to heaven, right? Or whatever you believe in, okay? Let's just say this is something within the energy of you, what you guys believe in. Well, the soul, that's energy. So what you guys are bringing with you from life after life after life, that's not going anywhere. It's just almost like enlightened energy in a sense when you leave. Like it's like a higher knowing. You're all right, we're not going to go there. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that what you're trying to do in each life is clear out the energy that needs to be worked on, healed. And since you can't just be like, okay, I'm just going to ignore this. It's like, that's not how energy works. But you can transmute it. So giving you a random example, I know with my Mars placement, every time I step outside, no joke, or every time okay, let's use this as an example. Every time I click record, noise begins. And I say this to you guys, and it's like, I even hate saying it because it's like, nobody fucking cares. Like, but I personally, I don't care that nobody cares. It's just, I'm saying it because I'm venting out loud because I'm human. But it's annoying. But this is what has been going on my whole life in different ways. Obviously not clicking record. But I mean, if my block were dead quiet, dead silent, and I decide to go walk my dog right now, all of a sudden a car is going to come down that block. All of a sudden somebody down the block is going to decide to walk their dog. This is what happens with where my Mars energy is within some type of karmic lesson. And what I'm supposed to do with that is that that's not going to change. Like, that is just not going to change. There's always some type of physical action going on around me. I could be walking my dog and all of a sudden car accidents will happen. Like, I know this sounds terrible. I'm not really selling myself really well here, and that's fine. I don't really care, but because it is what it is. But, you know, Mars in the 8th house, like, things are going on that I can't see. This is what I'm talking about. Energy is going on. It has nothing to do with me. It's just like the wrong time, the wrong place, secret dealings, so to speak. And it's like, I'll be walking and then all of a sudden I'll see a bunch of birds. I'll hear boom. I'm like, oh my God, what was that? I'll walk a little bit further and all of a sudden one of the birds fucking hit a pole. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'll be walking and then all of a sudden this woman will just be staring at me and then she'll hit a car in front of her. And it's like, why did you just do that? These things are like always happening and it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. It's annoying. So I can't change that. So what am I supposed to learn from that, right? Besides the word deal, you know, I'm just deal with it. It's like, I have to change how I respond to it. I'm constantly getting annoyed by it. I'm constantly getting frustrated. So you have to learn how to transmute, transform, whatever word you want to use, your own karma. Because your karma is going to be your karma. You kind of have to transform it yourself, the meaning of it. So I'm going to include those links for you guys. What else? A little more information about the North Node. Yeah, anything else that I feel like applies to this reading for you guys, okay? So with that being said, are we ready? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot. I also channeled what type of healing should take place for you guys to get to your North Node. So going within, I was seeing you guys being brave enough to be your own light in the dark. Going within to understand yourselves. I saw you guys petting the bull. And for those of you who don't know, the bull is usually defensive because this is symbolic of the Taurus energy. And for anybody who doesn't know, no disrespect to you Tauruses, but you know, you guys are very, 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 very defensive. I'm not saying you guys aren't given the right, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, you guys are the bull for a reason. So it's like you guys, in order to be spiritually aligned, to get to the North Node, you guys have to work on this defensive energy. Giving ourselves love by embracing our passions from our heart space to the world. So really clear, I've talked about this a few times in regards to thinking from your heart and mind. I think a lot of people don't really understand this. So this was one of the first 3 visions I ever saw physically. I felt like my cousin was showing me this, and I never understood it until I started learning about this, I guess it's the tree of life or something like that. So you're supposed to, a well-rounded person does not just think with their mind logically. You're going to be really disappointed in life if you do that. If you think to yourself, oh, I shouldn't do this because this does not logically make any sense, that takes away from your intuition. That takes away from your divine energy at the end of the day. It makes you less loving, like loving yourself and others. It just takes away from who you truly are as a person. It makes you less connected to who you really are as well as others. It makes you not able to understand yourself fully as well as others. You cannot, and you should not, and I cannot say this enough, you should not think logically. Just logically. You have to bring in the heart within your mind as well. Yes, the brain is in your head and your heart is in your chest. I get it, but you need to think with compassion. You need to think with love. You cannot separate the two. You will just constantly be disappointed if you do that, because sometimes, again, the secret to life is there's more gray. So therefore, if you think logically, you're just going to be thinking from a black and white perspective, and that's a lie. So you would be telling yourself a lie. You can't do that. If you think from your heart, then you're gonna have compassion for others as well as yourself. There's gonna be a deeper understanding, and therefore you can get truth from that, and it will lead you to the North Node, because you'll be able to have a better understanding of yourself and the world. And I know that sounds a little bit extreme, but if you really think about it, or if you practice that type of energy, it's gonna take you places. It just is. Because you hold yourself back when you just think with rationale, you know? So I saw life force energy, which is the sun, in our hearts, radiating outwards, and us being able to give that to others. Whatever makes you feel childlike, run with that, no matter the age. We get so caught up with what society expects from us, our family, our friends, especially when we hit a certain age. So we feel like we have to act a certain way, be a certain way. And I'm not saying these things aren't true or resonate to a certain degree with what we expect from ourselves, but how do these people's expectations of us affect us? And is it in line with our reality? So for example, I know with where I'm at now in life, like with where I'm at in my journey and my spiritual awakening, it's like the things that I always thought were true about myself, I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this anymore. I don't know how I feel about that anymore. Things that I always thought like, no, this is me. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know. So for example, I always had this, I said, okay, I'm going to have a house and be married by 30, blah, 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 blah. A lot of people don't understand. First off, that's like part of the 5th house North Node is our destiny. Like a lot of people like don't get that. Is that whole, I don't want to say American dream, because that is definitely how I would summarize that energy, but it's more just like being in love and, just I guess like just being in a relationship with, I guess just true love is what I'm trying to get at, and something about feeling childlike about this. That is exactly North Node energy in 5th house, because it's all about children, creativity, and romance. So so I've been dreaming about that my whole life, and I always pictured a big home. But now I'm like, I'm in my, where I'm at, I'm just like, a big home. Now that I've experienced that, I'm like, oof, no, I don't want that. If I were to get a big home, it's like that would be for status. And it's like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. So I look at these cute smaller homes and I'm like, I like this. This is like my size. I could do so much with this. I could do that, blah, 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 blah. So I showed my mom a smaller home and I was like, what do you think of this? And right away, her reaction was like, oh, well, this is smaller. This is, yeah, wow, I'm shocked, you know? And it's like, yeah, I'm definitely reading into it, but at the same time, it's almost as if like, how do I explain it? Like she cares about status on some type of level. There's a care about status because rationally speaking, it's like, well, you know, I technically don't know what my future holds, right? Bump. So therefore, like, I would rather just think about what it is I want, you know, without thinking about what the future is. So it's like, this is what makes sense to me. I like this. Genuinely, I like this. This makes me smile. So I don't care what you think. I don't fucking care what anybody thinks. This is what I like. This is what I would go for. So do you see the difference? Like, why have I been going for a big home this whole time? Because I think about my mom's upbringing and I think about my dad's upbringing, and you basically have two rich snobs who lost their money, you know? So it's like, am I just trying to achieve something because it's like I want to do this for somebody else? Am I just trying to achieve something for my parents? What do I want? And again, this is all in my chart. This is literally all in my chart. And it's like, I don't care about this. And I'm not saying I don't care about nicer things, because I do, but there's like another part of me that's just like, I just want to laugh, you know? I just want to laugh. I just want to do things with people that I love and who love me and who just get me at the end of the day. I just want to, you know, I want to travel. I want to touch things and see what I'm able to channel by doing that. I want to discover secrets and mysteries of the world. You know, like that's what resonates with me. And if I were to think about what resonates with my family and friends, for me, it's like that wouldn't resonate. This sounds like La La Land. I don't fucking care anymore because I know there's success with that. It just, that success doesn't line up with their version of success. And I'm okay with that. So it's like, you guys need to figure out your own example. Are you doing what you guys want to do? Or are you guys doing what you think you're supposed to do? Again, there will be consequences because the South Node is in Scorpio. Healing, attachments, anything that isn't serving you guys in any type of capacity, block it out. Do not put your energy or time into this. All right. So with that being said, let's do the reading. Where does deep healing need to take place? And how can you go about it in order to be better spiritually aligned? And how can you work with the cosmos to help you? The universe doesn't need radical change, but it needs a change from you. But mainly your trust in order to get what you want. Passion, happiness, love. All right. And obviously for the North Node, I'm putting, I mean, the passion, happiness, and love. Like, you guys have to put that into what it is you're trying to achieve. All right. So pile one. Hello. Okay, so where does deep healing need to take place? going to start channeling. Where does deep healing need to take place? Deep healing. I feel like I'm seeing you in the dark. Something about your eye and your mouth. Where does deep healing need to take place? I feel like I'm seeing something that's supposed to represent like a weapon. And obviously this is all symbolism, so hold this energy how you see fit. I'm kind of getting this energy of trying to control. Like I'm seeing a wand. I'm seeing like being a driver in the driver's seat of a vehicle. Trying to get the key. The key. Either to the world or I can't, it's like it's kind of dark. To the mind. Answers. I feel like answers is what like the what was the question? Where does deep healing need to take place? I feel like it's something about trying to where does deep healing need to take place? Something about like trying to figure something out, but in a way that isn't like serving you, because it's happening secretly, something like that, like trying to figure out something in a way that's like not honest. Where does deep healing need to take place? One card, please. Knot of Isis, energetic stabilization. Wait, am I saying that wrong? Stabilization? With the buckle of the beloved. Stabilization? Stabilization. Stabilization. Oh my God. I'm a fucking idiot. Wow. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God. Why does it look weird? Nah, whatever. Knot of Isis. Okay, so let's read that because I don't know what that's about. Knot of Isis. Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. Each initiate has their own unique spiritual blueprint with particular skills, talents, and higher destinies unfolding that use their unique attributes. Part of your spiritual blueprint is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to her. You are under the spiritual guidance and protection of the divine feminine. Part of your high destiny this lifetime is to heal and flourish through the divine feminine in her many forms, especially in those forms that truly resonate and hold meaning for you. This healing will happen on your personal path and may well be part of the work that you offer in service to the world, which may be simply in how you live your life. This oracle brings special indication that your soul is braiding or twinning with the divine feminine energies in a particular form. For some, that will be a specific goddess, and the energetic process will often be strong and deep. The initiate will feel as if they are integrating the part of this goddess that is not just in them, but is a part of their own consciousness. It is a deeply personal, spiritually powerful, and beautiful growth experience for the soul. This process does not make you lose your individuality. If it is happening in a genuine way, you will not believe yourself to be the goddess in question. You will instead experience her as part of your own being and your being as a part of her. You will not cease to exist as an individual light, and yet you will have grown more into divine communion with the sacred divine feminine. For others, there will be a sense of the divine feminine in many forms and faces, and you will enjoy her variety and vastness as you grow spiritually. You will not sense a particular goddess so much as you feel a deepening soul connection and awakening to the divine feminine principle, which is the animating force behind all goddess energies. For still others, there will simply be a knowing that love for the divine feminine, whether a man or a woman, is a key part of your spiritual journey this lifetime. That is your important spiritual task, to just love her and be loved by her, living with honor and respect for the body, the earth, and being committed to grow in conscious awareness as to how to best express that love and respect in a genuinely healing way. So I feel like it must be a key to your own head in the dark. I feel like that's what this is saying. Whether you feel the connection with an individual goddess or the divine feminine more holistically as your soul braids or twins with her, you will feel your awareness and consciousness of your own divine feminine nature become stronger, more integrated, and a more balanced part of your life and sense of self. The body will also be integrating this shift in your soul as any work with the feminine energies helps bring body and soul light together, blending the physical and inner worlds of light together until they begin to feel very connected and harmonized. Eventually, as this process continues, when you feel your body, you will feel your soul light present there. There will be no distinction between your soul and your body. It is a magnificent, luminous, joyful state of wonder to embody. People will be asking you what you have been doing to have such a beautiful inner glow. Ooh, wait, now that I think of it, I feel like your head, I feel like there was so much light. I don't know, did I say that? Oh my God, there's more. Okay, as an initiate of the divine feminine, you are offered a sacred tool. Oh, that was the key to assist you. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I guess it was like that. To assist you in integrating and honoring her energies for your own benefit and for the benefit of the human collective. This tool will help your soul blend with the divine feminine in higher vibration, and this in turn will naturally draw body and soul into deeper connection and harmony. You are invited to experience this sacred tool for yourself by calling upon the sacred healing and protection of the knot of Isis. The knot or buckle of Isis protects God, guides, and stabilizes your energy field whilst it is in transition from one state to another. It is especially useful for spiritual growth with the feminine energies between the soul and body, creating light within the body, connecting soul and body as one consciousness. Harmonious, illuminated being. The knot of Isis is like a container that holds you together whilst inside in a gentle way. You fall apart enough that you can be reorganized, restructured, and reformed. Within the sacred container of the sacred knot, once you are stable in your new soul structure, the knot is no longer needed. Until the next transition point in your relationship between your body of growing light and your soul, as they become more fully united as one. You may call for the knot of Isis as a symbol that you visualize or an energetic support structure that you may not perceive directly but will feel in effect. A sense of being held safe and firm to the perfect degree. Anytime you need this, you can do the ritual that follows or the simple invocation beneath it. As long as it is prefaced with in unconditional love, you shall be supported in exactly the way that best serves you. Because you are integrating high-level vibrational energies, rest and meditation, ocean swims, and time in nature, as well as working with pyramids of light and crystal, can assist with the soul twinning process now too. Listen to your body soul as it grows with divine feminine wisdom, and trust that she will guide you, whether man or woman, deeper into your own healing, which benefits us all. This oracle comes as clear confirmation that you are integrating high-level vibrational energy. If you have been wondering if your dreams, intuitions, goddess-related meditations, and communications are genuine, then this oracle serves as confirmation. If you have pulled the Lady of the Stars card along with this oracle, the Knot of Isis, the high vibrational energy that you are accessing has the celestial quality of a highly advanced spiritual civilization as well. It will have a stellar, non-human quality that is loving, wise, and free of fear. If you drew the oracle of the High Priestess as well as the Knot of Isis, then the new energy... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading this. This doesn't apply. I'm sorry. Okay. So what I was seeing is you basically channeling this energy. I felt like secretly. I feel like that's why there was so much like dark coming through. And I don't mean dark like bad. I mean like almost like you shouldn't be channeling this energy, you know? I'm trying to think. So where does deep healing need to take place? Oh, okay. So yeah, I feel like that's where you kind of need to, I guess, acceptance that like this is where you need to accept that this does need to happen, because this brings in balance. You can't just have, because when you don't have, what is this, divine feminine energy, that means your intuition isn't working. It means you don't have nurturing energy. Well, it's not that you don't. I don't want to say, it doesn't mean that you aren't intuitive. It doesn't mean that you're not nurturing. It's just that it's, when you just have divine masculine energy. Oh, actually, no, you were coming through. I was trying to control this. So it's like your divine masculine energy may be off as well. So it's basically going to come off as your intuitive hits will get, you won't be able to see things for as they are. You'll go into overdrive. And I feel like this is kind of why this is coming through in this type of reading, because that's exactly what Scorpio energy does. I feel like when we're like channeling energy within us that feels uncomfortable, you know, that means it's new energy. We kind of just try to fight it. But if you really like look into these two types of energies, the divine masculine, divine feminine, it's important to see what they look like when they're balanced and then what they look like when they're imbalanced. And you can probably see where you resonate within that on your own if you feel like that's your energy. Because there's more success within yourself and life when these are balanced. Okay, so... Ooh, now that I think about it, remember I said the key, I think I said key to your mind? Key to the world. I feel like that was a message within itself. I feel like if you can balance this out, then it's like the world is yours type of energy. And that's kind of why the secret to life is balancing ourselves out, because then we make better choices for ourselves, because we're seeing things clearly and thinking clearly. Because the problem with this energy is we believe we already are, but we're not. Okay. Where does deep healing need to take place? Okay, how can you work with the cosmos to help you on this? So I'm going to take reversals with this because we can maybe you can look into your natal chart with this, or whatever. Whatever resonates with you guys. All right. How can you work with the cosmos to help? All right, I'm going to channel. How can you work with the cosmos? I really wish they did teach astrology in school, because like if you guys were to learn about your aspects with all the planets, like it teaches you how you can heal yourself. Wait, hold on one second. How can you work with the cosmos to help you? I feel like I'm seeing, was this, hold on. How can you work with the cosmos to heal this, to get into your divine feminine energy? So what it's showing is that it's like your divine feminine energy comes in and then you murder it. Oh my God, the weapon. That's what it was. I forgot about the weapon. I just see you like, so it's like it's almost as if like, I don't want to say it this way, but it's like any intuitive hit you get. I'm gonna open my eyes. Because it's that moon energy, it's the high priestess energy. This is that divine feminine energy. It's that inner knowing. However, it's in a kinder way. This is when we feel compassion for humanity. And I, don't take me literally. I'm not saying like feel compassion for the bum who just stole $10 from you. I'm just saying, I mean, no, never mind. Sorry. But when you shut this energy off, you're not able to see the bigger picture. And the secret is that the bigger picture is intuition, which is truth, which is higher wisdoms, higher truths. And I don't mean that in like the spiritual kind of way, like I don't mean it in a way of where like, we don't all mean to hurt each other, like, do you guys get what I'm trying to say right now? Like when I feel like church or a religion tries to tell you that we all love each other, we're all the same human beings. It's like, yes, I guess I'm kind of sort of trying to say that. But at the same time, there's actually real truth to that. But it's hard for us to accept when we've seen so much ugliness in the world or from humans, or when humans let us down. That's usually that Scorpio energy, because Scorpio energy gives us that big psyche. And when you have that big psyche, you see the ugliness to the world. You're able to see the world for as it, I don't want to say truly is, but yeah, in the 3D sense. So therefore it's like you're constantly getting disappointed, however you want to look at it. So it's like you kind of don't want to be disappointed again. This is how it's playing out, psychologically. All right, let me see if there's anything else. How can you heal this within the cosmos? transforming your anger, understanding where your anger is coming from. I'm seeing anger. I'm seeing anger, so therefore they're showing me now a school bus going in the water, like sinking. So I feel like the message is that I'm gonna open my eyes. It's almost like you can't, it's like your emotions get the best of you. Anger is emotions. So it's like you try to just shut off. So you may get kind thoughts, and then like you think that means and when I say kind thoughts, like you may get a true download where it's an actual compassionate understanding, like, oh, well, you know, maybe I don't know, I'm going to use a terrible example. Maybe Joe didn't mean to steal $10. Maybe, you know, I don't fucking know. Maybe they needed, maybe they were stealing it for their family. I don't know. And it's like, it's almost as if like you'll get a download like that, and then you instantly turn it into something it's not. So I'm picking up on changing wherever anger lies in your chart. So ooh, 4th house in reverse. I'm gonna put straight up for visuals. Okay. All right, so it has something to do with the 4th house. So I would look at your 4th house. I would see what sign is ruling it. So it's usually ruled by Cancer, but this doesn't mean anything, right? So I would see what sign you have and see if you have any planets there. If you don't have any planets, still just Google, you know, if it's, I don't know, Aries in the 4th house, and see what the energy is. And that should resonate with you on some type of level, and see how it may resonate with why you're shutting off your divine feminine energy. This may have been something you were taught. All right, where does deep healing need to take place? How can you work with the cosmos to help you? How can you go about it in order to be better spiritually aligned? Okay. So how can you go about it? How can you go about it in order to be better? So how can you heal this? All right. How can you heal this? I'll start channeling. So definitely connecting with your higher self, but there's definitely a message about connecting with the family. I don't know why I'm seeing the grandpa from The Simpsons. I don't know. But I'm just seeing like a bundle of flowers. I'm seeing like standing outside a home. So how can you heal this? Connecting with the divine feminine. I'm getting like a nurturing vibe, like nurture yourself, something like that. Either that or connecting with family. I don't. I'm seeing an infinity symbol. A paw print? I don't know. Oh, look, look, look. Well, I guess, you know, I was going to say that's a paw print. Flower of life, divine creativity, and manifestation. Oh, there's the flower. Flower of life. So how can you heal it in order to be better spiritually aligned? Flower of life, divine creativity and manifestation. You are entering a fertile period of your life. Focus on your innate creativity and how you and how potent this is becoming, and watch it rapidly grow. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change, instead flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Your soul is hungering for creativity and manifestation of the beauty in your inner world, to witness it and live it in your physical world. Much of your spiritual energy is directed into creative process, and your creative powers are growing fast now as you are gaining more potency in your creative flow. It is important that you use this growing ability wise. Become aware of how easy and quick your thoughts and feelings are manifesting into conversations, situations, and responses from the universe. Notice how quickly your prayers are confirmed through signs and dreams, intuitions, and opportunities opening up for you. You are becoming more and more swiftly that which you choose to think, feel, speak, and believe. This oracle suggests that the time is right for you to choose to align yourself with love each morning so that your thoughts will serve you well and the manifestations you set in motion will be ones that enhance your life experience rather than more of what you do not want to experience. It can require time, habit, and consistently to change patterns of thought and behavior, but it can be done. You are guided now to allow yourself absolute and radical permission to detach from past thoughts and behavior. Oh my God, it's fucking scary. To detach from past thoughts and behaviors, to bear the challenge of not knowing who you are or how you will be on the other side of the transformation in order to let it happen. The flower of life holds the secrets to allowing creative change and transformation of circumstances, manifestation, and healing in the easiest and most enjoyable ways possible. The flower of life contains repetitive patterns, each interlacing and interrelating to the other, like the holograph that contains the whole within each part. In this way, all that is required is to tap into one part, one element, one thought, or one behavior that relates to your desired creative outcome, and integrate it into your life. All the rest will follow through natural connection. The ritual below will help you create in a powerful and focused way using the holographic power of the flower of life. So choose wisely what you would like to experience. Make sure in your heart you are willing to allow it to come to life, because once you do the ritual, your life will change and move to accommodate your intention. It is a powerful skill within you that is growing, and what you put out will return to you multiplied to make sure that is what you truly want. The oracle of the flower of life also brings guidance that you are in the midst of a changing pattern, and although it might be uncomfortable at first, it holds the seeds of what you desire, and to allow it to happen is wise and loving to the self. Be brave, beloved initiate. The flower of life is nurturing you into a more whole expression of your divine self. Yes, there will be moments of questioning or doubt, but they are such a small part of the beauty unfolding for you now. Enjoy the flowering of your soul, light into the form on this planet. Its diverse beauty. All right. And how can you work with the cosmos to help you to go about it, to heal in a more spiritually aligned way? How can you heal through the cosmos? How can you heal through the cosmos to be more spiritually? Oh, I feel like I just saw a glimpse of red. Security, root chakra. Okay, so this is all pertaining to home, security, family. Leaning towards like faith and hope, like just believing in yourself, and that, you know, whatever this is, that it's all working for you, not against you, is like the energy. Yeah, these are good things. It may not feel like it, possibly. I feel like that's what I'm picking up on, but it is. What am I? Yeah, these are blessings. Is the energy I'm picking up on. Yeah, there's abundance with this. You know what I'm seeing? Okay, I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh wait, hold on. Yes, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it. This moves you from, I'm seeing like a triangle, like an upside down triangle, like the unconsciousness to consciousness, like evolved. The energy I'm picking up on is like, this makes you a better person. This may not feel good, but it is. I'm seeing a tree. I'm seeing the roots. So this would be, I believe, the third house group. What is this? Your local community. Again, could be on the cusp of the fourth house. It's definitely a big message. So where does deep healing need to take place? And how can you go about it in order to be better spiritually aligned? How can you work with the cosmos to help you better be spiritually aligned? Ooh. Second house, resources. Yeah, I feel like this makes sense. I feel like this is in the process. It came in sideways, or, you know, or maybe it is, but so how can you go about this? I'm sorry, how can you heal this in order to be better spiritually aligned? So see, that's what I was talking about earlier in regards to money. People like try to judge you for wanting more, wanting to do better. But there's nothing wrong with this, especially when you feel like this will make you feel better or bring you into that peaceful energy of feeling free in a sense, right? So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like something not, it's, you see the circle, it's a circle of life. I think that whatever this is, in order to achieve your North Node, it's like your intentions have to be good, that you're doing this because you want to do this because of your home. If you could just, possibly tap into that bigger picture energy of like things are working for you, not against you. You may not see it now. That, the divine feminine energy is that intuition, that, how do I explain it? That feminine Cancer motherly like energy of wanting to nurture others, wanting to do better for others. So it's almost like once you get into that energy of wanting to do it because you want to, help family, then it's like this will come easier, just, like that. It'll just come once you honor this energy. Things aren't happening against you. It's, these are all beautiful things. So let me make sure. So where does deep healing need to take place? Honoring your divine feminine energy. And Cancer rules the 4th house, which is moon energy, motherly energy, feminine energy, which is intuition, nurturing, wanting to help out the home, right? So, okay, like for example, I have that energy in the 9th house, and my midhaven is the 9th and 10th house cusp. So it's like the Cancer energy, when it's in the 9th house as a woman, it comes off like an attitude, like da 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 da. It's like, but if it were a man, for some reason, it comes off more nurturing. Not for some reason, there's a reason behind it. Has to do with how we grew up, our upbringing, because again, it goes back to the 4th house. So the reason Cancer people in the 9th house come off that way is because we care so much. We care so much about you guys. We want the best for you. What do you mean this is happening in your life? They don't see your worth? Fuck them, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, because it's a water sign, and, when it's in the 9th house, it's that psychic ability. It's seeing the things, these are the pinchers, going deep into the abyss, the ocean, things that other people can't see, but we can see it because it's that psychic thing kicking in. And it's the 9th house, so it's our belief system. It's that arrow, we're reaching for the stars for our people because we love you guys. You guys are our family, whatever, our belief system. We just want to help. Moon energy, mom. So it's almost like, that's that energy that's like calling to you, minus the attitude, of course, obviously. So where does deep healing need to take place? It's almost like needing, I'm not saying that you guys aren't caring, but something is lacking here in the home energy. Something about, yeah, I'll leave it at that. And then how can you go about it in order to be better spiritually aligned? I was picking up on like putting work in it. I saw you guys outside of the home, like getting in touch with your higher self, like getting messages from your higher self. And remember, I saw the infinity symbol. So it's like you'll always be connected to source, always. That will never go away. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, Grandpa Simpson, this is probably something to do with source too, because there were several like spirits. But yeah, manifestation, definitely with resources. There was definitely a message about spirituality as well. So in order to achieve your North Node, what's coming through is giving energy into the 4th house. So again, I would Google your 4th house, planets that are in there, asteroids, and your 2nd house as well, and see if this just resonates with you. You know, it's either your guys' energy or it's not. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. All right, bye. All right. Hi, pile 2. Okay, so where does deep healing need to take place? I'm going to start channeling. Where does deep healing need to take place? Hi, Kylo. What is this? What am I seeing right now? I feel like I'm seeing the number 3. Something hiding behind the number 3. Okay, so I just think of faith automatically with the number 3. I keep seeing this peekaboo energy. Oh, Kylo, leave her alone. Hey. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Kylo, leave her alone. Stop it. She doesn't want to play. She doesn't want to play. No, no, no. You can't sit over here. I'm sorry. Nope. Oceana, you gotta go. Okay. Where does deep healing need to take place? I'm going to say having faith in yourself. Okay, I'm seeing movement. Oh, sun. Okay, life force. Okay, passion. Yeah, I'm going to say having faith in yourself. Having faith on yourself to make moves on the things that you're passionate about. Because in order to do that, you have to have faith not only in yourself, but you know, like the universe believes in you too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm seeing, I don't know who this represents, but definitely like one of the gods or goddesses, like a Greek god or goddess in the sky. And it's like they just, okay, definitely a Greek god. Like they just came off break. Like literally they just opened a door and they're getting dressed. Something about like your, like what you guys are capable of. And I feel like maybe you guys are getting signs. Oh Oh my God, this is, you know who this is? What were they called? The North Star? This is like one of those, I don't remember, what are they called? Those, nobody come at me. I don't remember what they're called. The guys who traveled in the desert? Like the message changed. Is it called the North Star? Did I just make that up? There's a message, like looking up at the sky, looking up at the cosmos. I'm seeing the trees, spirituality. Okay, I'm gonna open my eyes. Yeah, there's definitely a message about something about what you guys are capable of. It's like stepping into your own. Where does deep healing need to take place? It's like not understanding your truest potential. Where does deep healing need to take place? Oop. Flower of life, divine creativity and manifestation. Okay. Oh, I have to, sorry. Flower of life. Wait, what was I seeing? Hold on one second. Okay, the sun, I understand that. Oh, messages, the birds. Okay. Divine creativity and manifestation. You are entering a fertile period of your life. Why am I saying it weird? Fertile? Focus on your innate creativity and how potent this is becoming, and watch it rapidly grow. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. Instead, flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Your soul is hungering for creativity and manifestation of the beauty in your inner world, to witness it and live it in your physical world too. Much of your spiritual energy is directed into creative process, and your creative powers are growing fast now. As you are gaining more potency in your creative flow, it is important that you use this growing ability wisely. Become aware of how easy and quick your thoughts and feelings are manifesting into conversations, situations, and responses from the universe. Notice how quickly your prayers are confirmed through signs and dreams, intuitions, and opportunities opening up for you. Oh, wait, didn't I say that? Yeah, I did say that. You are becoming more and more swiftly that which you choose to think, feel, speak, and believe. This oracle suggests that the time is ripe for you to choose to align yourself with love each morning so that your thoughts will serve you well, and the manifestations you set in motion will be ones that enhance your life experience, rather than more of what you do not want to experience. It can require time, habit, and consistency to change patterns of thought and behavior, but it can be done. You are guided now to allow yourself absolute and radical permission to detach from past thoughts and behaviors, to bear the challenge of not knowing who you are or how you will be on the other side of the transformation in order to let it happen. The flower of life holds the secrets to allowing creative change and transformation of circumstances, manifestation, and healing in the easiest and most enjoyable ways possible. The flower of life contains repetitive patterns, each interlacing and interrelating to the other, like the holograph that contains the whole within each part. In this way, all that is required is to tap into one part, one element, one thought, or one behavior that relates to your desired creative outcome, and integrate it into your life. All the rest will follow through natural connection. The ritual below will help you create in a powerful and focused way using the holographic power of the flower of life. So choose wisely what you would like to experience. Make sure in your heart you are willing to allow it to come to life, because once you do the ritual, your life will change and move to accommodate your intention. It is a powerful skill within you that is growing, and what you put out will return to you multiplied. So make sure that is what you truly want. The oracle of the flower of life also brings guidance that you are the midst of a changing pattern, and although it might be uncomfortable at first, it holds the seeds of what you desire and to allow it to happen, and is wise and loving to the self. Be brave, beloved, initiate. The flower of life is nurturing you into a more whole expression of your divine self. Yes, there will be moments of questioning or doubt. Yes, I said that. But they are such a small part of the beauty unfolding for you now. Enjoy the flowering of your soul light into form on this planet. All its diverse beauty. Okay. So, how can you work with the cosmos to help you on this? How can you work with the cosmos? I'm almost done and then we'll go, okay? How can you work with the cosmos on this? Flower of life. How can you work with the cosmos on this? All right, I'm seeing... Oh my God, you know what I'm seeing? Alice in Wonderland. Like I'm seeing her, and I'm seeing a tree, spirituality. I'm seeing so much light. How can you work with the cosmos? I'm feeling sun energy. I'm feeling Pisces energy. Who is this? I'm feeling like it's definitely not Alice in Wonderland. Okay, well, the scene changed to some like... So like the energy I'm picking up on is like kind of like this deck, like Isis, deity Isis, like walking very confidently. And she's holding... she's holding a laundry basket, like a hamper. But like I'm not seeing any dark energy. Like it's like she's handling the things she needs to handle about her day, something like that. How can you work with the cosmos? Ew, why are you making that noise? Kylo. Sorry. All right, how can you work with the cosmos on? So what I'm picking up on is confidence. Something about everyday routine, for sure. Like, again, oh my God, they just went back to the chick with the laundry. And they're focusing in on the trees. I feel like the message is, I'm gonna open my eyes. How can you work with the cosmos for deep healing on this? I feel like focusing on the things in your life that make you feel productive and good. Like, how do I explain it? 'Cause it's like a little confusing. Like anything other than your daily, anything that brings you out of this, like regimen, it's like, don't focus in on that. Sun energy and Pisces energy is what I'm picking up on. Spirituality and passion. Tenth house, oh my God. So, okay, that's funny. So I said that, I kept saying the woman walking with the laundry basket. Do you guys see this? Look, it's a guy hiking with a backpack. So 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. This is structure. This is like how you restrict yourself, like how you go about, I don't want to say your daily routine, but it's kind of just like how you make sure. I mean, this is more about work. Well, it's not just work. I'm just going to go based off of what I saw and what I felt. So how can the cosmos help you with coming into believing in yourself, believing that things are working for you, believing in these synchronicities, believing that there's something big for you happening, something like that? Well, number one, authority, right? Like there's something bigger than you happening. Which is why I think that Pisces energy was coming through, because technically speaking, without like getting religion involved, this is what, source is supposed to be looked at. God, it's supposed to be Pisces energy, the 12th house technically. So I feel like that's what's coming through, and like the bigger message is the 10th house is ruled by Saturn, the strict father. So it's like the dad is saying, well, how are you going to get this? How are you going to get this? You kind of have to force yourself into maybe a regimen to make this a daily thing. How are you going to become your own authority? I feel like, how do you step into your own power, your own confidence, something like that? Because when you do that, I feel like you step into that's what I was saying, the sun, the life force. You're gonna feel this passionate energy. I feel like also that's why Alice in am I saying that right? Alice in Wonderland? I feel like that's why it's coming through as well, because towards the end, it's almost like she is forced to grow up in a sense and realize the harshness of the world, right? If for those of you who don't like remember or somewhat remember, but the cat in the movies looked at as her spirit guide. She's this dreamer, she's this believer, and this is where I was seeing all that sun energy, and then there's the tree. So it's like, I believe that the message within that, again, here's like, I know it's supposed to be a flower, but it's like Alice, and then here's the sun I was saying, and then, I feel like there's that, that's where you guys manifest, where you guys come up with this divine creativity. Because that's what our soul's purpose is to bring out that sun energy that's in our natal chart within the house placement and the sign that the sun is in. That's supposed to be our life force. That's supposed to be that passion. So in order to get to it, you may have to be strict with yourself about it. You may have to push yourself. It really depends on the aspects you have with the sun. For some people, it's really easy. For others, it's not. Okay. Okay, how can you heal in order to be better spiritually aligned? Okay. How can you heal? Channel. How can you heal? I'm getting this energy of like being positive to yourself, or like being more positive to yourself. Like stepping away from any negative self-talk or negative self-thought. Like block that out. I know, Kylo. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, blue is coming through throat chakra. You may wear yourself out and not even realize it. You may be too hard on yourself. So, okay, so you may do the opposite, where you think you're pushing yourself by being open with yourself on like criticizing yourself. You know, you may have been taught that in order to do better, you need to be self-aware as to what needs to where you can do better. You know what I mean? In order to know where to do better, you need to be more self-aware. But the problem with this is when you do that, you need to balance that energy. Otherwise, you'll be overcritical. Yeah, I'm just seeing it's like the same energy. It's like just, I'm gonna open my eyes. It's like just being negative to yourself. That's all it is. They keep showing me the same message. It's like you need to block those negative thoughts out. Be open to, see, that's the problem, is like that's where people get offended. It's like, no, we do need to be self-aware and we need to be open to criticism, but we can't be overly critical, right? And that's the thing. We're usually our own worst critic. How can you heal it in order to be better spiritually aligned? Okay, so this makes more sense than why this is happening. So you know what I'm picking up now? I'm seeing Sun energy and Saturn energy. So this is a karmic lesson I'm seeing. So maybe these are the aspects. Sun square Saturn. This makes it harder for somebody to step into like that radiant energy, but like own it, you know? Okay. How can you... Why do I keep getting hung up on this? I hate when I do this. Oh my God. How can you heal this in order to be better spiritually aligned? Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. Oh, how did I do that? Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. The Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you are not willing to release it to her, however. Release for healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome might be achieved, and opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. To hand something over for healing, especially when it has been a long-term or persistent difficulty, or simply seems to be too great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All these things take skill and courage. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into the great healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through this oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you are willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability at a new level are coming your way. Keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt or fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. Kylo, leave her alone. All right, let's pull a astrological card. How can you work with the cosmos to help you with this? Let's channel. Kylo, please leave her alone. Kylo, you don't listen. Stop. Stop, Kylo. I'm seeing a lot of sun energy, and I feel like I'm seeing Hathor, deity Hathor. It's definitely Isis, but Kylo, stop. Sorry, guys. But there's definitely a message about intuition, like definitely confidence in your, yeah. So there's the, okay, so now the sky just turned black, and there's tons of stars. I feel like the message is being confident in yourself and what you know to be true. Like trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, and like sticking to it. Virgo, digest. So with Virgo energy, this is ruled by, oh, reverse, sorry. This is ruled by Mercury, which is about the mind, communication, speaking, thought process. So when this is balanced, this is like beautiful. This is like really beautiful in regards to like helping yourself. Because when your mind is clear, your thoughts are clear, you can speak clearly. You see, it's almost like you see one dark hand, one light hand. It's almost like shadow and light. I'm not saying this is, you know, the message within this, but I almost feel like that's what the message is coming through within this card. Oh my God, it is. What am I talking about? That's exactly what came through in the vision. It was light, and then it got dark. And it was about intuition. Miraculous healing of the goddess. Being hard on yourself. Knowing what you know to be true. Intuitively being in touch with that. Oh, this is what I was seeing. That's funny. Except I was seeing two of them, which is deity Hathor. Oh my God, now I get it. Two of them. So this is supposed to be divine feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, I get the message now. I get the message, because there's a message about balance. There's a message about, oh, that's right. That's what I said. Over critical to oneself. So this is a Virgo issue, and this is no offense to any of my Virgos, but this is like the Virgo's downfall, besides secretly being judgy as fuck. And I love Virgos. They're literally my favorite earth sign. But they're secretly judgy as fuck. And nobody would ever know unless you're like close to them, because they're you know, in front of everyone, they're the ones that look, well, not that they aren't, but they're graceful, you know, they do everything right, and they speak well, and blah, 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 whatever. So, so it's like their problem is when they're judgy secretly, it's because they're over analyzing everything. They're over critical, because and I know, because I have this as well. All my planets are in a Virgo chart. So it's like, okay, so for example, it's like, this is ruled by Mercury, what I said before, mind and speaking. So Virgos technically could rip you apart, because they're noticing, because they're analyzing. They see every little flaw. This is why they're known for like Kylo, OCD, you know, like needing to organize things, and they will never admit their own flaws. That's another flaw of theirs. So, but they notice all of yours. They're very, very fucking critical, very analyzing. That's kind of like the unevolved Virgo, right? Every zodiac sign has the unevolved part of us, because, you know, we're meant to grow and become evolved. Everybody's got their own journey. So when it's in reverse, it's like you're not balance, because you see the yin yang energy going on, yin yang, divine feminine, divine masculine. It's like when you're balanced with the divine feminine, you know what your intuition is telling you. So I saw it coming in, and it's like, then I see the sun energy, which is looked at as like a masculine sign technically. And it's almost as if like you don't want to embrace your sun energy. You kind of somewhat doubt your intuitive energy. So it's like this is imbalanced in a different way. So therefore it's like the Mercury energy is imbalanced as well. This needs to be healed. And Virgo can take you there. Mercury can take you there. But it takes structure to take you there. It takes consistency. All right, so that's what I got for you. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. All right, bye guys. Okay. Hi, pile 3. Okay, so where does deep healing need to take place? I'm going to start channeling. I feel like I just saw like a street light. Oh my God, I hate when I do this. It doesn't even matter. It's just a light out of nowhere. And I feel like we're in the woods or something like that. But the trees definitely are symbolic of spirituality, faith, hope, something like that. So there's a lot of clouds, but somebody's coming through in the clouds. Like there's something going on. I feel like definitely nurturing, but of who? I feel like I'm seeing an animal and a person. Definitely the message so far is like, see, oh, wow, hold on. Trying to see, where does healing need to take place? Trying to see your own mind, trying to free your own mind. Trying to free your own mind. I feel like the animal was a horse. And it's like we're in the dark. Trying to have faith in something, like in where does healing need to take place? In an unknown situation, like listen for messages. Where does Kylo stop doing that? She doesn't want you to. Stop. Oh, you're annoying me right now. Please stop. Please. Sorry. Where does deep healing? You don't listen. You just don't listen. Please stop. Stop. Do not do that, Kylo. Stop. Where did... Oh my God. Stop. I'm not kidding. Oceana, you're on your own. Where does deep healing need to take place? Ooh. Oh my God. Kylo, leave her alone. Oceana, I can't keep doing this with you, man. You gotta figure it out, okay? Just like the rest of us. Mother of life. Okay. Nourishment of the golden grain mother. Okay, so let's read what this is. She's fine. Mother of life. Nourishment of the golden grain mother. We can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know that this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or habit that may have been comfortable but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Kylo, stop it now. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. This is ridiculous. I have to charge my phone. Sorry. It's eating a Milky Way. Okay, so. Leave it alone. Let's see. Let's see. Isis is known as, I'm sorry. We only know that this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or a habit that may have been comfortable, but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the mother of life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. Isis is known as the sustainer of life, able to restore, nourish, and bring to life that which has been cast aside or lost. that which you have considered beyond repair, a lost cause, or dead end. There are parts of your life, beloved initiate, that are ready to receive more life. You will be able to recognize this in any discomfort that you are currently experiencing in your life. Discomfort and unfamiliarity is where life is attempting to break through to you, to reach through the walls that you may have once created to protect yourself, but that now you need to either climb over, demolish, or at least open up with some doors and windows. The tricky part is that most often we don't consciously realize that we are not living. It is not until we start to live more trustingly that it becomes obvious that we once were hiding ourselves from life. Life is calling you to partake more so of her gifts of experience. This oracle brings encouragement and guidance for you to learn skills and practices that nourish you and your community. You have the Divine Mother within you. Now, how shall you offer nourishment through her? It might be through cooking, through learning to be more present in your body, and taking time to express your feelings or reality. Or it might be through taking a dance or yoga class, spending time in nature or with animals, for example. Have you been thinking of joining a class or group? Learning a new hobby or skill? The Oracle of the Mother of Life is confirming that you are on the right track, so keep open to opportunities and further instincts about pursuing these matters, and know that if you are a bit worried that it is a stretch for you, then it is even more likely you are on the right track. Stay connected to your heart and give yourself permission to grow. This oracle also brings guidance that new people, places, and things will enrich your life in the near future. And if you have been praying for freshness, inspiration, and more fun, know that your intuitions and urges to reach out and act in new ways are part of how your prayers are being answered now. The Mother of Life Oracle also asks for patience, in the same way that there is a growth cycle required before a child can become an adult and tap into the energy of the mother within to nourish him or herself. So to do certain life phases require patience as they mature. As you journey into the new life seeking you will need to be patient as you learn and grow. You will eventually become very comfortable with that, which at first is distinctly uncomfortable. It just takes time, patience, not running away, and being present with yourself. Oh, that's why I saw the horse. Sorry. Patience, not running away, and being present with yourself, just like the Mother of Life who never leaves you. She is always waiting for your return to her. Embrace as you open to the new unfoldment of experience in your life. Okay. So, how can you work with the cosmos to help you? So I feel like what I'm picking up on from the description of that card and what I channeled and seeing this. So I feel like you may be feeling in the dark about something. When I say in the dark, I mean like maybe alone on something, like maybe something others like can't, like maybe it's only you, maybe only you are going through this, you know? And it's like you're just looking for a sign on something. But at the same time, it's like you kind of just want to run away. Something like that. It's kind of like a duality within itself. It's like it's a lot, whatever this is. And I feel like there's a message about reparenting yourself, like giving yourself that nurturing energy a mother gives their child, you know, like loving yourself will help you. And I feel like looking into what reparenting yourself is will help you guys a lot better than how I'm describing it, because I feel like when you just hear that term, it's like, what? But when you read up on it, you know, like for example, like if I have this thing about, and it definitely has to do with inner child wounds, and I didn't realize this before, that I feel like when I accomplish something, and it's like if I tell my parents, I'm definitely like looking for something. I'm definitely looking for, oh my God, congratulations, we're so proud of you. Like I'm definitely looking for this acceptance from the, I don't know. I'm just looking for something. I'm looking for this, wow, you know, you did it. Something like that. And I never get it. I never, and it's like if they hear that, they'll be like, what do you mean? We're proud of you. Don't we tell you we love you? And it's like, yeah, you do. But it's like, it's never just like, congratulations, you know, you worked so hard, you did this. We're so proud of you. It's right away like, pause. So we noticed that you did this for X, Y, and Z. How come you didn't do just X and Y? It's like, holy fucking shit. Are you kidding? You know what I mean? And that's just my own personal thing. There will be people out there that will hear that and be like, what's wrong with that? And it's like, okay, that's fine. That you, like, I'm sure you have your own thing with your parents, and it's just not my thing. Kylo, stop it. How many times do I have to tell you? Look at me. Sit. No, you need to sit. You know what sit means. Stop it. Look at me. No, sit. It's just annoying. We all have our own hangups, and it's like, so therefore reparenting would be, you know, if I accomplish whatever it is I'm looking to accomplish, I need to be like, I'm not saying, say, good job, Sonny, you did it, you know? I knew you could do it all along. No, but I'm just saying, like, just be proud of myself, you know, like, oh, man, I fucking did it, you know, like, I knew I could do it, you know, in my head, like, and just giving myself that love or encouragement that I'm looking for from my outside of me, from my parents, that I personally feel like I'm just not getting on the level that I'm looking or expecting it to myself. Like, that's just an example of what reparenting looks like. Okay. So how can you work with the cosmos to help you with this? How can you work with the cosmos? Okay, I'm seeing communicating. Okay, so the energy I'm getting is committing to speaking. So the energy here I was picking up on is alone. And when I say alone, I mean like you may be shutting other people out. So maybe this is something you need to speak about. Or maybe speak about with yourself, you know, like, again, reparenting, like, everything's going to be okay. Like, everything that always seems terrible always turns out okay. Something like that. Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing several different mouths now. How can you work with the cosmos on this? I feel like speaking about it, like being open about whatever this is. Nourishment of the golden grain mother. Libra, balance. Oh, you know what's funny? Are you seeing the same visuals here? I don't know. I am. So Libra's energy is, so Libra's ruled by Venus. This is that energy of, I don't want to call it people pleaser energy because it's a disservice to the sign itself. It's so much more than that. This is that, you know, another thing, I don't want to make a dig, but it's like that energy of caring how things look, how things will be perceived. It's kind of like you instinctively know how you want things to look about yourself and aesthetically outside because it's that Venus energy. You also want to, you believe in justice. You believe, like, as a rising Libra, you know, my mom, she's a twin, and she and her sister would always get me involved in their arguments since I was a child. And I would never side with my mom just because she's my mom. I would always, never knowing it was because of this, I would always be that person that's like, oh, okay, well, you're wrong because of X, Y, and Z. Or like, I would just call out whoever was wrong, because that's, you know, there needs to be, you know, the scales of justice, you know, like what is right and what is wrong morally. So where does deep healing need to take place? And how can you work with the cosmos to help you? Something about giving and receiving here within this. So you may not be giving to yourself in this situation. You may be keeping out others. I was definitely getting a mix of two energies, like keeping out others, but also wanting to run. All right, let me see what else. Oh, you know what Libra is all about. Oh wait, did I say that as this is the 7th house normally ruled, which is the 7th house. This is relationships, partnerships. So mother of life. Can you get out of there, please? All right, let me see if I can get anything else about that. Oh, wait, I just realized it was like maybe whatever this is, there's like no speaking or speaking harshly. And it's like it was definitely clear that clear communication or nice communication needs to be happening within this. And I feel like I'm seeing the cross as well, like something about just having faith. All right, let me see if anything else wants to come through with this, because I feel like it's not. What is the question again? Where does deep healing need to take place, and how can the cosmos help you? Ooh, you know what I'm seeing? I feel like I'm seeing a casket, like open and close, open and close. It's almost like the energy I'm picking up on is, are you giving into this or not? So, you know what I'm picking up on? So I feel like it's like, what needs deep healing? It's like you're either in a relationship and somebody's waiting on you, and you're kind of just like leaving them out in the dark, because you're like kind of like within yourself about whatever this is. Or this is kind of like your own energy, kind of like not fully going within. You're kind of doing like almost like a peekaboo energy within yourself of transformation, like not giving yourself that healing energy you should, like kind of sort of, but then it's like you run away. You kind of sort of believe, but then you kind of sort of don't. There's balance at times and there's not balance. I don't know. You're going to have to take that how you see fit. How can you heal? How can you go about healing in order to be better spiritually aligned? How can you go about healing? Let's channel this. I'm going to start channeling. How can you go about healing? Okay, I'm seeing Conversations. Ooh, okay, they're calling you out. I feel like they're saying cleaning up your mouth or something like that. So maybe you've been a bit harsh, or maybe you're not speaking, something. Yeah, I feel like there's like a war going on inside. I feel like I'm seeing a flame. I feel like I'm seeing two people, but I feel like this is you. Where can healing take place? How can you go about healing? To be spiritually aligned. So I feel like the best advice, personally, just from experience, what I've seen work in my past, and then like I didn't keep up with it, is talking slower. Because avoiding doesn't work. It just kind of hurts yourself and others. Reading. Okay, so maybe learning about something. So we're talking about healing. So reading up on something in order to heal this. I would say, I don't know, maybe healing through astrology. That's like the most basic one for me. Because it's like, I'm going to open my eyes. It's like, how do you not, so this is what we do as humans. We love to learn about ourselves. So it's like, how can you not naturally heal faster? Because you would be reading up on yourself when you heal through astrology. Okay, so how can you heal? How can you go about healing in order to be better spiritually aligned? Because this will take you to your North Node. No, get louder, please. You're not pissing me off. How can you go about healing? Scales of, oh shit. Oh, you know what? This is also, okay, and this is obviously, you know, it's your energy or it's not. But, and I'm going to talk about this in another video. So with these readings, this is why the cosmos have such a huge, it's just funny for people who don't believe that these planets play a huge role in our everyday life. So we're in full moon in Libra right now. So what you can pick up on from these general readings and the cards that come through is the current transits that are going on. You know what I mean by that? Like when it's Aries season and it's like everything's within Aries energy, it's like the Emperor will be pulled, the Magician will be pulled during that general love reading time frame, you know, or it's like in Libra season, it's like the Justice card will be pulled, or the Empress. There's something to that. It has to do with the cosmos. It's not just, you know, your guys' energy. Yeah, it is. It's a mix of that, but it's also the cosmos. Okay, so scales of balance, ancient tantra the soul, tantra. Okay, scales of balance. Shit, what did I say? I'm already forgetting. You are a tantrika, an initiate of the path of divine healing of the masculine and feminine, the two sacred polarities that are universal to human experience. Was this the vision where I said, or was that the other vision? Where it's like somebody is waiting on you, or it's either you. So you're going to have to place that energy where you see fit. It's either two messages in one, or it's like one or the other. As these energies come into mutual respect and balance, you attain great power, presence, and healing effect in the world of the soul and in the human world of forms here on this earth. You are supported in further exploring this path now under the auspicious and blessings of beloved Isis. You are in the process of sacred relationship healing of the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within your own soul. This is the advanced spiritual path of Tantra. Kylo. It is the connection of the body and the soul. The effect of this inner divine relationship healing is genuine enlightenment of the mind and the body. The body becomes a living sacred temple of light, energy, and wild aliveness. This embodiment can be experienced in movement, in deep stillness, in vitality, and in quietness. You are a tantrika, a sacred priest, priestess of the tantric arts. Some people mistakenly believe that Tantra is simply about sexuality, but it is in truth the journey of the soul to bring masculine and feminine polarities into wholeness, love, unity, and empowerment, to learn to be the enlightened path in every element of your being. This is soul-building work that is in great service to the spiritual healing and evolution of humanity, which is in deep need of those such as yourself who can help create sacred connection between mind and body. It might be through your own personal healing of your body-mind connection, and perhaps through your healing services for others, that you walk... It might be through your own personal healing of your body-mind connection, and perhaps through your healing services for others, that you walk your tantric path. It might be done in a private way or in an obvious way. What matters is that it feels right for you. Walking this path authentically is a choice to live in dedication to the sacred work of Isis, who taught us about the creative power that could come of healing the relationship between masculine and feminine consciousness. You are guided to accept this healing through learning to balance the masculine and feminine energies within yourself and your relationships with others. Balancing give and take, directing and flowing, play and solitude are ways to do this now. Learning to feel as comfortable as possible with your sexual and spiritual nature, seeing how they can complement rather than compete with each other is helpful too. Connection with the body is the most powerful form of healing for the feminine energy, as it holds the secrets to divine feminine wisdom. This can occur through movement, dance, and yoga. That is based on the body awareness and presence rather than necessarily involving fast-flowing postures that may take you more into your head than your body. You can come into your body through time in nature, swimming, laying in the sun, resting, or walking, provided that you stay present to the physical sensations that you experience. This oracle also comes as a guide for your path of inner healing and service. You are encouraged to explore divine masculine and feminine healing within yourself specifically at this time. This may involve forgiveness of past relationships with significant males or females in your life. It may also require an adjustment of softening to allow in feminine wisdom, or cutting out some distraction or draining situations or relationships that minimize your sense of your own power and capacity to use masculine wisdom as well. If you also drew the Oracle of Healing the Divine Masculine, you are also guided, if in healing work with others, that you can help others heal through exploring the interplay of masculine and feminine energies. It might be through connection of mind and body, through inner and outer worlds, through sexuality and spirituality joining for healing. Enjoy the unfolding journey, beloved initiate, for it will be highly Kylo, stop it. I'm so sorry. Enjoy the unfolding journey, beloved initiate, for it will be highly creative and could involve art, movement, as dance or yoga, breathe work, and much more. All right. So how can you work with the cosmos so you can go about healing? Another channel. How can you work with the cosmos? I'm seeing a bridge. I'm feeling like movements, options, choices. Regarding speaking, and this is like shaky energy. This is something to do in the dark. Again, this is like, how can the cosmos get you spiritually aligned? I feel like moving away from shaky energy. So whatever this is, and whatever is considered to be like, I'm not sure. Like whatever that is about, it's like, I feel like you're just being guided to walk away from it. And like, this is going to bring light into your mind. Creativity, like it's like you're gonna be healed, because whatever that is taking up too much space. That's what it is. That's the message. That's the fucking message, because balance is fucking needed. And it's like, you can't get to your north node until you get away from all this. It's coming up as just like Scorpio energy. It's all dark. Yeah, I feel like they're saying like the key to letting go. So your mind can be clear so you can manifest. I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's like this. And then it's like you connect to your higher self, source. You connect with the divine clearly. Oh my God, that's deep what I'm seeing right now. What I'm seeing is like you connecting to source, and I'm seeing this skull. This, oh my God, that is a message within a message. That's sick. I'm gonna open my eyes. So, you know how I said that the cards, the cosmos, it's like how your energy is affected by the transits. So this other deck I have is Libra, a Libra card, and it has a skull on it. And that's what I'm seeing in the cosmos as a cloud. It's like things that seem real to you right now, it's like cloudy because something's taking up too much of your energy and time. And it's like, if you just let it go, which is part of this transit, the South Node and North Node, you will be able to manifest, because you'll be able to think clearly. Something's taking up too much of your mind. Fifth house, passion. So this is in reverse. Fifth house is creativity. This is children. This is love. This is romance. This is in reverse. So it's like something within this is like taking you away from what you're capable of creating, is the message. This was coming through as your mind. You cannot get to your North Node unless you take away this energy. There's just something taking you away from being able to manifest, being able to see clearly, think clearly, mainly think. It's like you're not connected to source correctly. You see how there's like paintbrushes? So it came in reverse. It's like in this, I was seeing like a skull in the cloud, like as clouds. So it's almost like you're creating an image that isn't even there, and it's because it's like your mind is foggy, something like that, because something's coming through as this. It's like something you're trying to connect, something you're trying to figure out. It's like it's taking up too much time, too much space. It's taking you away from, in a sense, like quantum physics. You really can't. I'm sorry to bring it to that, but that is what it is. You can't manifest properly. And they're saying pretty much that if you let this go, you can then get to your North Node. Your mind will be clear, because you'll be focusing and putting your energy into the things that you're more than capable of creating. All right. So where does deep healing need to take place? Something that's taking up, something that feels uncomfortable, dark and shaky. Something that maybe that you're not opening up about, or something that's just like, something that's just not healthy. It's not clean, because there was a message, they were calling you out. So it's like that doesn't serve you well. You know what I mean? And like during this time, this transit, it's like you don't want to do that. All right. So that's what I got for you. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated.